Glacier Freeze. That's where it's at. Hey travelers, welcome to Third Wish Travel. My name is Brian, this is my wife Krista, and today we have another special video for you. So we're doing our rating of all of the rides and attractions at the different parks with Disney. And so this one is everyone's favorite golf ball, Epcot, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. So we're gonna go ahead and dive on in. All right, so Krista, would you like to go over the categories for everyone?
I shall attempt.
Okay.
Start from the bottom, now we're here? Okay. Right. Last one is Do Better Disney. So this is the one where we feel they could do better.
Yeah.
Disney.
Do better, Disney. It doesn't necessarily mean that these are bad.
Yeah.
It's just like they might need an update.
Yeah.
Right? That's all it is. So.
They need a little tune-up.
Yeah.
Take a nap. These aren't bad either. They're just a place to relax, rest.
Sometimes they can be the best.
Yeah.
It's a good place to go to sleep.
Or
Instead of
just
having to go back to the hotel.
Yeah. Rest your eyes, as my father says. One and done is our third from the bottom category. So these are ones where it's like, you should totally do it, but maybe not every time. If there's a short line, so this category are for the rides that if there's a short line, we think you should do it. And if it's long, maybe skip it.
Maybe skip it. Yeah.
You bet your Mickey are rides that we think you should totally do because we love them.
Yeah. These are the big ones up there. You got to do it. You got to do it. Yeah.
And then our top tier, did you even go to Disney? You have to do them. You should probably do them all the time.
Like, come on.
Can you even say you went if you didn't do this ride? Like, these are the rides people are going to ask you. Did you do it? Did you do this ride?
Yeah. So this is the tier list. This is our opinion, right? We are curious to know what you have to actually think. And if we put some that are at the Do Better Disney that you would consider your top tier, we are so sorry. But again, this is our opinion, and we are also basing this off of just the two of us. So this isn't necessarily kid-friendly. Even though some of these might be perfect for kids, we might rate them as things that we would say are not worth it because we're not kids. We are at heart. But, there are some things, there are some things that we would say might be not worth it in our opinion. But we might in the future make another video that is more kid-friendly. So this is our opinion. We would love to hear from you in the comments. So leave that down below if you have anything that you want to put in. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. All right, let's start with Test Track. Where would you like to put Test Track?
Brian loves Test Track.
Love is a strong word.
It is strong. You put that in our mouths. It is a strong word.
I do love you.
Do you?
I don't know if I love Test Track.
You like it.
I do like it. For me,
I really like Cone.
I would put it here. I wouldn't say you have to do this, although I'll admit, I was in Epcot when this first released. Like, it was a big deal when this first came out.
40 years ago?
Yeah, when dinosaurs were walking there. I remember this coming out, and it was big. It was fun. It was new. This was like one of the fastest roller coasters. Yeah. So this was one of the fastest roller coasters that came out because you go like 60 miles an hour. And what's funny is you drive 60 miles an hour every single day, but there's just something different about this ride that makes it feel like you're going really fast.
Above your head.
Yeah. So
you feel the wind.
You feel the wind. It's fun.
Through your arm hair.
The thing that I think some people just don't really care about this ride is the experience before you go out on kind of the actual test track, because you're doing different tests with this car. So it's testing the brakes and it's testing.
It does do that.
It's doing a lot of different things. It's going over rough terrain. You go into hot, into cold, and like you're experimenting with being kind of the test dummy of the car. And that's where I think some people might not enjoy it, because it's like, it's not a roller coaster. You're kind of you're a test dummy sitting in the car. And then there's that one point where you get to go outside and it goes really fast and it's really fun. So it's one of those that I guess I would also definitely put here. If there's a short line, worth it. Because unless you can get that lightning lane and you're guaranteed to get in within like 15, 20 minutes, it really isn't worth standing in line that long, even though there's stuff to look at. So we can put it there. We can put it there for now. Okay. Soaring around the world.
We're breaking free.
Okay, what would this one be?
I love this one.
Yeah, this one's really good.
I feel like people will ask you if you've done it.
Yeah.
I would put it in one of the top two, but I will defer to you.
We have a playmate. Okay.
Willie.
I definitely think that this is if you're going to go to Epcot, you should do Soarin' Around the World. It's really fun. Oftentimes it doesn't really have that long of a line. They're able to get a lot of people in this, and it's a big screen that you are looking at, and you basically, I don't know what they would call that. It's like
Screen.
Yes, it's called a screen. But what you're sitting in, it's like parasailing. I think that's the right word for it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're parasailing. They have 3 tiers. What I would suggest,
Pro tip coming up.
pro tip, is that if you want the best view, ask the cast member before you get on it if you can be in the middle, because they have not only 3 tiers, 3 layers, but there's also 3 different parasail things that you can get on. So it's huge in there. So ask if you can be in the middle and also at the very top, and you'll get some of the best views. This way, you're also not seeing people's feet dangle in front, and that can ruin it.
But the pre-video is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go on.
So Soarin', I think we would put here.
Yes.
Did you even go to Disney? You should do it. It's a good one. Okay. The 3 Caballeros.
I have not done this.
I
recently learned about it, but I have not done it. I
So,
want to do it.
This is in Mexico. And as soon as you get into Mexico, you have the little pyramid. You go into it. There's a restaurant in there.
There's a restaurant in there?
There's a restaurant. And then at the very back is where this ride is. And this is themed around... I think that they used to have like a little short video, or it was a whole series, but it's the 3 Caballeros, but it's also Donald Duck. And so...
Mexican Donald.
It's good. It's a little...
Kind of ride? Is it
It's like a river boat ride.
It's
almost like it's
Frozen?
a small world. I think this is a one and done. It's not something I would say you have to do every single time.
But we're about to do it, so.
We're about to do it just because she's never done it, and it's one of those that it's like, well, you got to try it.
Yes.
So one and done.
Before or after a margarita?
I think after. It'd be more fun after. Maybe 2 margaritas. Who knows? Okay. Spaceship Earth.
No, that's a little TMI. I gotta say it now. I've taken my shoes off on this.
It's required.
Yeah.
I just want to relax.
Well, I think you're doing it wrong if you don't take your shoes off. And that is a little TMI. But that's where this easily falls down here as well.
I think it
Take
kind
a
of
nap.
does.
Or did you even go to Disney?
It's
This
both.
is the golf ball, right?
Yeah.
So it's inside the golf ball of Epcot. You have to do it. It's just...
I have never been in a line for this either.
The line is usually never long. Unless it's like the very first thing. Because sometimes people just try and do this first and get out of the way. So
Gotcha.
sometimes the line can be long right, when the park opens. But for the most part, it's not that bad to get on. It's constantly moving.
Yeah.
It's not a roller coaster. It's a very slow ride. The whole thing takes maybe like anywhere from 15, 20 minutes.
It's
something
kinda
like
long.
that. It's a long ride. And so it's also in the dark, and you're in your own little kind of cabin
It's
thing.
educational.
Yeah. So it's a good place to just kind of relax if you need a chance to kind of just chill. So it easily falls down here. But this is also,
Yeah.
it's the golf ball. Did you even go to Disney if you
I
didn't do
agree.
this? So come on. Right. Okay. Talk with Crush.
You so totally rock, squirt.
I think for us to put it up here would be like,
Nah.
people are not going to say you have to. We love it.
I love it.
Now,
The
in our
TikToks
last...
are hilarious.
In our last video, when we talked about the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. That's one that I'm like, that's a one and done. I don't like it because I don't like being the audience member that feels like they're going to get called on.
But this one's like different.
Is adorable. It's cute because you have obviously that person that is on the other side of that screen that can see the audience, but they are Crush, and they're usually interacting with the little kids in the front. And so it's great to watch because it's just fun to see these little kids laugh. And it makes you feel like a little kid again, and it's just great.
It's a smaller audience, though, too. Laugh floor is like hundreds of people. Mm-hmm. This one's like not a lot.
Yeah. So for us, we would put it here. Like we do it every single time. Like
I want to put it on Bet Your Mickey for now.
Okay. There's not ever really a short or long line, but
and you got it more than once.
Yeah.
Again, personal opinions.
It's good. Okay, so we'll put it there. So, Seabase. This is right outside of the Talk with Crush. And I'm just classifying it as the aquarium. Like, we're just going to put everything together with this one and say this is just the aquarium area. Is it worth doing an aquarium while you're at Disney? That's what I want to put here.
Maybe if it's raining.
That's a good point. That is a good point. If it is raining, it's all inside, so yeah.
But I wouldn't go out of my way.
You're not going to be taking a nap because you got to walk the whole time.
But I also don't really think they need to do better. Like, it's decent.
It's a nice aquarium. They have a lot of stuff to do in there. This is also, there was another thing on here that I could have added, but it's a room. You can kind of see it right here, but it has Bruce from Finding Nemo.
Oh,
it's the big old shark, and you can kind of play in that area. But then, like, upstairs and around is where they have the aquarium. So there's a lot that you can do in this area. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, is it worth your time versus other things?
When you could go to the aquarium on Animal Crossing.
Yeah, you could make your own aquarium on Animal Crossing.
The only reason I thought of that is because that picture kind of looks like... Because it's so tiny.
Yeah, it's very tiny. Okay.
Living with the Land.
You just put it there. Okay, so Living with the Land.
We asked Brian's mother.
I know. So last time in our video with the tea party, the teacups thing that spin around, right? She loves that one. Like, did you even go to Disney if you didn't do Mad Tea Party? Same thing with this. Living with the Land. She would put it up here. We do it every time. But for me, it's very educational. It's great to kind of see the behind the scenes of like how Disney is producing their food and what you're actually eating. Because Disney does kind of have their own farm. Like the stuff that you're eating on Disney, they're growing it, right? So it's great to know like you're getting fresh like food at Disney. And they show you all the stuff that they're growing. It's really cool.
It's a nice break though too.
But I would put it here. Yeah. I would definitely put it here. This is going to be in the same zone as Soarin'. So when you're over there, you'll probably just do both. If you want to do this one. This is one that is going to take some time. It's a little kind of riverboat. You just go around and you're there for like 10 minutes just learning about food. And nature is what it is too.
I feel like Epcot is the longest rides.
I'd put it there.
Yeah. Okay,
cool. Okay, this we have Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. I don't think you even know where this one is.
I thought that was in Hollywood.
No, I don't know what you're thinking.
Remember when we went a couple years ago and we saw Aladdin?
Yes, so they have something like that.
This is not that.
No, this has changed a lot. What's funny is where this is, those of you that are real Disney fans that have gone years and years and years, they used to have an attraction back here that was Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. I think that's what it was. And it was really cool. So you got to kind of do an interactive Honey, I Shrunk the Audience thing because they have all of those movies, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Shrunk the Baby, whatever, right?
Which you just watched one of those.
I know, I did just. They're classic. I like it. But this, I think, is just, it's a thing you can go in and you can watch Disney shorts.
Where is it?
So this is right over there by the Figment area. So it's kind of, it's in the back a little bit. But
no opinion.
this is definitely a do better, just because I think
Could it be a show?
it's just sitting there.
Like, would it be better if it was like a show? Like Frozen Ever After is a show? Would it be better if they used that auditorium for something else?
They have like a Frozen show. That was something that I didn't really include here because we have like the Frozen ride, but it would be interesting if they did something more with that. I don't really have an opinion on what they could do with that.
Ooh,
space,
I'd love to know other people's opinions.
Yeah,
what
let us know what
should
should they do with this space, because I really think that they could do something better with it. So do better, Disney. Okay. Frozen Ever After. This is definitely going up for me. I don't know where we would put this. This is one of our like first things that we would do when we go into this park, other than some other things which we haven't got to yet. But this is definitely one of those big ones that you would want to do. I really like this. I like that they've updated it from what it used to be, because this is in Norway and they used to have like a Viking ride. And it was still really cool. It's basically the same ride. It just has Frozen theming, and the animatronics for this and the screens they use. It's amazing. I think this is one of the better ones.
But
it's really good.
I like it.
I would say, especially for Epcot, did you even go to Disney?
Here's the thing.
Did you do this?
Well, I'll say it when we get to the. I'll say what I'm going to say when we get to the.
We'll get back to it. But this is one we would definitely put up here.
Yes.
It's going up here. Okay. Mission Space. I also like this one. She doesn't.
I like it. I just like. I'm young and I black out, so I don't like it because
you're scaring people. You black out.
Okay, well, let's be honest.
Okay, so what is this ride? Explain it to those that might not know what it is.
For me,
this
ride is where you are called to be where you go Mars, or you're doing a mission or something, and so you go in and there's orange and
green.
And which one's the hardest one?
Orange.
Orange is the hardest. Do we know where to do orange?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's why. So
it's just more intense.
you pick an intensity. Orange is the highest, so we normally
don't spoil it for everyone. But
what
yes,
is an intensity?
basically.
It says it on the sign. So you go in and then you sit in a chair and then you have these. You're assigned and you have these like roles that you have to play, and it's like G-force.
Like as the pilot,
yeah,
co-pilot, things like
and
that.
it's like you launch.
But you're an astronaut. You go up into space and you feel the G-force.
Yeah.
So that's where some people, like Krista, get sick or feel like they're about to black out. And they warn you about that beforehand. It's just because it's one of those rides that spins around really fast, but you don't realize that because you're kind of in a pod, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's a screen in front of you that's showing you what's going on. So you feel like you're in a rocket and you're getting shot up into space. And what's cool about it is they've had real astronauts ride this ride, and they have said that this is what it feels like to actually go into space. You get that G-force. And so going in the more intense one is going to be more realistic. But if you are someone that gets sick very easily by those G-forces, by spinning around really fast, then I'd recommend doing the green if you even want to do this ride to begin with. But I personally like it. I do think that it's fun.
I am glad I did it. I just don't.
So you would probably put it here.
But I've done it before.
I think it's also one that like, I wouldn't get on it if there was
a long line. I'd put it there because I don't black out if I look straight like they tell you to and everything. So.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Meet Belle. What's funny is this is again kind of like our first video where I had Meet Mickey. This is just characters in general. Obviously, this isn't a ride. It's not even really an attraction, but this is Disney. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going to see characters at some point. Is it worth it? That's why we're putting it here. I put Belle because I really like Belle.
Yeah.
But this is one where, in some way, I feel like Epcot almost does characters better than Magic Kingdom. And
no, I think there's less
I think there's just
people.
And that might be the case. But I think in general, the times that we've gone, I feel like I've seen more characters at Epcot
Interesting.
than at Magic Kingdom. But that's just me. So this is just, again, if you're going to interact with these characters, there's a difference, and maybe here's where I'm viewing it, is with Magic Kingdom, you have to almost schedule when you see the characters now. But it feels like with Epcot, they are more just out and about. Yeah. Especially Belle. She is right in front of France.
Now she's only going to be in blue.
She's only going to be in the blue. So you'd have to go to this restaurant.
The Acker House.
Thank you. Yes. So
Can't say it well, but that's what it's called.
So there's a restaurant in Epcot that you can go, and she is in her full yellow gown. Very beautiful. And there's all the other princesses there too. So that's a good one to go to if you want to see the princesses. But as far as just Belle in her normal, like the blue dress, then you can easily see her in front of France more often than not.
And we've seen her several times. Last time we were here, it was still kind of COVID-y.
Same thing with like Anna and Elsa. They'll be in Norway. You'll see characters out and about that I feel like.
But I don't know.
It's different from Magic Kingdom where you kind of have to schedule.
When we were just there, it was still kind of COVID-y, so she was in an area behind us.
Yeah, you couldn't actually go up to her and like
snapped
hug
a
her or
pic,
anything.
or you took a picture of her. The first time we went straight up to her.
But we are going back to Disney in
weeks,
like
so
30 days? Something like that. So we'll test this out again. As far as just meet the characters in general for Epcot, is it worth it?
Sure.
Especially for us, sure. One and done, but it depends on the character. If there's a short line, yeah.
I mean, their lines really, from what I've experienced, haven't been that long. But I also, I'm a big character person, but I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
I'll leave it there for right now. We might change it later. Okay. We have the ImageWorks, the What If Labs. This is right when you get off of
I was like, what is that?
This is right when you get off of the Figment ride. Okay. And it's like you're walking out to the exit, but there's this big area that you can play in, and they have different things. And
I know
right when you get out, they have these things that you can do, like music with your hands, and you can play these little games. It's kind of a fun area. It was more fun when I was younger.
I did it the first time, but this last time again, I didn't want to touch anything. I was like, nope.
Yeah. I think for little kids, it's a place to kind of chill.
If you need a break and want to sit down and your little kids want to run around somewhere.
If there's a place to sit. I don't really know if there's places to sit.
You can sit on the ground.
Yeah, you can sit on the ground. But this is...
But I'm not going to go there purposefully to do that.
This can also just be a place to kind of go if it's raining.
But I also feel like that could be reimagined to be something really cool. You think that's outdated?
I don't know. And the reason why is because of the next one that we're going to do. Because obviously Figment is a big deal, and they kind of go together. So if they were to redo one, I feel like they'd have to redo the other. And so many people love Figment. I don't know what they could do other than just update it. Make it smoother. Like one of the things one of the things that I've noticed with this is some of the technology does seem dated, and Epcot is supposed to be like the center of technology. That's its whole thing. And so update it.
Yeah.
That's all. Just kind of update it a little bit. I think
would put it under do better.
Okay. I agree. I think they could do something else with it. Cool. We'll put it there. Okay, so this is where we have Figment now. So Journey into Imagination with Figment. I think so many people would put it up here.
They would.
Almost in the same way, and this is going to sound really weird for those that have probably never done this ride, but you'll get a kick out of this. I think that some people would say, did you even go to Disney to see Figment? As people that go to Universal would say, did you even ride E.T.?
Yeah.
So did you even ride E.T. at Universal?
Which feels like a one and done, but at the same time, we've done that ride every time.
It's so funny.
Because it's on a line, so we just
Okay, so this is one I would say, like, you have to kind of do it. I mean, it's weird, it's quirky, it's kind of a kid ride.
I know we haven't done Animal Kingdom yet, so don't get mad, but what's scarier to you? Dinosaur or this one?
Dinosaur?
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I know the part that you're thinking is scary in here, but it's not. Like, it's just a gust of air. Like, that's all it is. But anyway, I'd put it here for those of you that have never done it before, you have to do this if you're going to Epcot.
People waited 6 hours for a Figment popcorn bucket.
People love Figment.
Well, and he's coming as an actual
As a
character.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me about this one. Just shoot it on up.
Well, we should probably wait because we're about to be at 30.
Wait, let's do a countdown.
Okay.
2.
What, 2?
Wait, hold on.
6,
5,
5, 4,
4,
3,
2.
2. Make sure that we can get in it.
Happy New Year!
We're back. All right. So here's the next one. Remy. So fun. Did you even go to Disney? You have to do Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Please do.
This is one that we do first and foremost. And it's really based off of where we're staying. So if you book with us, this is something that we would recommend. Is one of the places that you would stay is where you can get on the Skyliner, because the Skyliner will take you to the back of Epcot versus the very front, and this is where Remy is right at the back, so you can get to it very fast and beat a lot of the crowds that are coming through the front. So if you book with us, we will definitely recommend, stay at one of the hotels that has the Skyliner, because it'll get you to Epcot very quickly. But Remy is so worth it.
I loved it.
Even if there's a long line, do it. Now, what's interesting is we just found out from my mom that there's apparently 2 different shows that you can experience when you're riding this, and I'm curious to figure that out myself.
The one on the left is different than the one on the right.
Because when
we went to the
right, and I'm wondering if they did that
they kind of forced us to go to the right.
We were the first people in the line, so they probably were like, you need to just go this way. But I would be curious to know if the left does have a different
We'll go to the left this time.
show, so if we can. But
I'll do it.
just ask the cast members,
You're
hey,
nice.
can we go to the left? But
I
yeah,
had a crepe after this, and my French experience was just...
Yeah, those crepes are really good.
How do you say grape in French?
Oui, oui, poo, poo.
That sounds like Joey on French.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Ratatouille.
no.
It's a very good one. You should do it. Okay, so the Seas with Nemo and Friends. This is kind of like Ariel, the Little Mermaid ride. Like,
comparable.
Yeah.
Moving vehicle.
It's a
waited.
moving vehicle. They're
Sit down
singing, in the big blue world. Yeah. So if there's a short line, definitely it's worth it.
I'd leave it there.
I feel sorry for this row, but I think a lot of just Epcot is not really, you don't go to Epcot really for the rides.
Well,
you go for the
Epcot's
food, the culture. There's a lot to do, which is something that we could make a video on, is just the countries in and of themselves, of like what to do in each of these countries, because there's so much to experience with Epcot. I know it seems kind of lame based off of what we're doing with this versus what we did with Magic Kingdom.
Epcot's more of like an experience park.
So the countries are just fantastic, and the culture there. And what's awesome to know is that each of the countries, the people that are working as the cast members in these countries actually came from that country. There's just something special about that, as you can hear their accent, they can speak in that language. They're just cultured, you know, and so you get all of that from Epcot, and I love that. But when it comes down to the rides, that's obviously what we're rating here. And so, yeah, as far as right now,
I would say it's
crush.
This as well as Animal are going to be your less ride days and more of your walk around experience days.
I'm looking forward to Hollywood Studios. That's going to be a fun one to rate. Okay.
All right.
That's what I found.
Planning a visit to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. There we go.
That scared me. She's listening.
Thanks, Siri. Okay. Cosmic Rewind. We wind?
I haven't done it yet, but I guarantee
We haven't done it yet, but this is going to be up there. I will put it here for right now.
Until we experience
it. And the only reason why is because so many people say that they get sick on this. And I think they're just
like
not prepared. Oh, I don't think so. It's
like Jimmy Fallon and Universal, people always say they get sick there too.
Oh.
Because I think you try to turn your head and look at everything, and then you just kind of like get disoriented.
This one is a roller coaster. It is in the dark, but there are big screens and you're looking at everything, and the ride is moving you around in ways that it's not straightforward. It's actually like the ride will turn and do different things. So the ride turns and you go around, and there's apparently one part that you will drop down and you feel some G-forces, and you're also turning at the same time. And if you're looking one way and it drops, people have just said they've gotten very sick. And so this is one, like, don't eat beforehand. Or
don't be super full.
Have a banana or something.
Maybe eat a little bit if you're one of those people who get sick without
Even AJ talks about wearing like one of those patches that helps with nausea.
AJ from Disney Food
Blog. If you have not watched Disney Food Blog, go and check out some of their videos on YouTube. We're not sponsored by them, but we think she's cool. We love their show, and they're always up to date on everything Disney. So go check them out.
But we'll leave this until we experience it.
Yeah, I'll leave it right here.
We may even do a small video afterward and tell you what happened to us. We'll see, because that might be interesting.
Okay, cool.
Last one.
So this is the Journey of Water inspired by Moana. I am Moana.
Which we just got some new pics for this.
Yeah. This isn't fully out yet. They're still working on this, but it's one I wanted to add here because it is going to be something to do once it opens up. I think it's going to be really fun. Be cool. There's not going to be a line for it because it's just a park. You kind of walk through it. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a one and done either. I think this is something you'll probably want to experience. It's almost like Pandora with Animal Kingdom. I think this will be cool to walk through and experience.
Let's put it there.
You should do this. I think I was hearing recently they might add a ride or something that is Moana themed, but in Animal Kingdom.
Well, that's that land. They're going to take away
the Dino Land. But they might do the I don't even know what you would call them, but it's those ships, but it's the Moana style. Yeah. Anyway, awesome. Well,
Wait, you know what we didn't put on here?
What?
Drinking Beverly.
Oh.
At the Coke place.
Yeah. That would be Do Better Disney.
That's the best drink ever. What are you talking about?
Yeah, drink Beverly. It's Beverly. So good.
Don't. Do it. One and done, drink Beverly.
It would be a one and done. So they have their little, like, the...
Coke has a store, and they have all the different Cokes of all the different countries. And Beverly's...
Club Cool. That's what it's called. Cool. I was like, what is it called? So Club Cool... You can go and you get free samples of drinks basically around the world. They're all sodas. And Beverly is the star of the show. So you got to try it at least once. Some people love it. And it's very funny that like...
I like telling people it's good and then them drinking it.
Yeah, so if you're watching this and you're taking people that are not watching this...
Right.
Convince them to drink Beverly and record them. Yeah. That would be fun.
And then let me see it.
Yeah, tag us in it or something. Okay, awesome. Well, this was a shorter video, at least for this one. Epcot, again, doesn't have a lot of rides, but there's so much to do at Epcot. We still spend a full day at Epcot, and they still have their fireworks at the end of the day, too. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot to do, a lot of really good food. They are the ones that do a lot of the festivals. So we will actually be there on opening day of Festival of the Arts. We are very excited. So we'll try and have some videos.
Yep. Festival of the Arts. You're right.
Yeah, Festival of the Arts.
Doubting you, and I shouldn't doubt you. It's because Festival of the Holidays just started.
It's going on. Yeah.
And my brain ain't working.
But yeah, Festival of the Arts. There's a lot of culinary arts, a lot of good food, a lot of real artists there that are drawing things, painting things, doing chalk art.
Performing arts.
Yeah, performing arts.
I'm ready to gain 5 pounds.
It's great. So we're excited that we will be there on opening day.
Woo!
But yeah, as far as Epcot goes, our big, beautiful golf ball, we love you. And
Me too.
I guess I'm kind of happy with this. I don't think I would really change anything here. Again, I do like Test Track. Some people might not like it. I would put it up higher, but I think we're good.
I think that's good.
So awesome.
Go team.
Yeah, go team. That was a terrible. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us again for another video. If you have any comments, please leave those down below. Let us know how you would rate these. And continue to follow us on social media at Third Wish Travel right back here. And we look forward to the next video with you guys. So best wishes. Bye, guys.
Bye.